think you should be.
What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Populous. So shout out to Bitcoin Bond 007. If you guys would like to be shouted out in tomorrow's video, please make sure to smash that subscribe button as well as turn on post notifications. And leave a comment below telling me what your top altcoin is. Otherwise, let's jump right into the episode. I'm just going to refresh the page here. I'm sorry for not making a video last night. I was a little busy, so I'm going to make one today and then one tonight as well. So expect 2 videos today. So you have that to look forward to. Otherwise, the cryptocurrency market cap right now is back to $430 billion, which is a really nice recovery, I'd say, for the market, considering we went all the way to like 380 like 2 or 3 days ago. So that's interesting. Bitcoin dominance is still down to 37%. And if you notice, Bitcoin isn't really getting much volume right now, 1.5%. Some of these altcoins, EOS now at 16 billion, whatever's driving this market up is really shooting it pretty high. So with the prices shooting up this high, I do expect it to come down quite quickly as well. But almost $20 now, which is pretty phenomenal. Litecoin, $152, we'll get into that. Tron up 10%. Interesting market, I'd say, for right now. But let's just jump into, what was Ethereum? 690, okay. Let's take a look at Litecoin and see what's happening. So clearly you can see its resistance level being held at support at 146, but also having resistance right around the 152, 53 range. And you can see where we're facing that resistance level. It's played a pretty dominant role, this area right here. But more so now than before. Pretty much we're waiting, I guess, for this high-low middle moving average to come down, I guess, and get a little closer. Hopefully we can get some support in there. But I'm really not noticing anything but just some volume moving in there. If I click on the TD sequential, we can possibly get a better look. So interesting enough, we are now starting a second downtrend, or a second candle. Hopefully if this candle closes above the one candle from yesterday, we will be able to reverse this back and start a new candle at 1. It'll be very interesting to see. Or this could just reverse into a 2, and we would start a third candle trading above, which would be nice to see as well. But when I click on the 4-hour right now, which is interesting, it kind of goes with the comment we had before. I'm going to actually look at the 1 hour and see if we notice anything. So I'm just going to zoom out here. It's somewhat noticeable, but not that clear on the 1 hour. But on the 4 hour, I think it's a little more noticeable. And it's this cup and handle formation we're seeing. It's almost identical to the drawing I'm going to put up right now. So basically, it starts like that, where we go up, and then you can see the drop off like the picture, and we come around to this cup and handle right here. So this area right here. This is the cup. And then the handle is this little thing right there. And then there's a breakout upwards. So we'll see. Now, what I noticed too is that there is a channel that Litecoin is trying to continue. You can see something like this. So hopefully this helps you guys a little bit. But this is the uptrend we're seeing. So what we're looking for right now, guys, is a breakout, obviously, to the upside, and we're gonna have to try and break through this resistance level right here. So this trend line, this uptrend. So you can see what we've been trading in between for quite a while, and we now fell out of it using this support level right here. So hopefully this cup and handle gives us enough steam to pop us out and break us up into this region. And it could be honestly any moment or at any time, because the volume can just rush into Litecoin and you won't even know, and it'll just skyrocket. But we're looking to see a Litecoin obviously above 160 into the 170 range. Sorry. Into that range. We're going to look for it up here. So we want to see enough volume to push us higher and break us up into here. That's the goal. that we're having right now. Even on the daily, you'll see what this looks like now. You can see the clear uptrend. We can even fix this line a little more so now. More or less like that. I'm just going to delete these lines, but you can see what we're trying to break above. You can see where this uptrend is, this upwards moving channel, and where we're at right now. So we do need enough volume to pop us up and get us into this region. That would be kind of the safe zone, and then kind of hopefully just play along there and go higher. But definitely this region is a lot of resistance, and we need to break through that. I do anticipate, though, a movement up there. I really do. I think with enough volume moving in, and with the market where it's at, we should hopefully get enough volume to push us higher. The issue being is we're at 430, so we're $70 billion away, if a little less, $69 billion away from reaching the $500 billion mark. And that's where there's going to be a lot of resistance in the market, right around 500 billion. But if we manage to break into that region, I feel like it'll be very easy to continue moving higher. That's just a mental, like, gap. It's just this heavy resistance level that we set, like, oh, 500 billion, that's a lot. $500 billion, that region. So we're looking to break into that. And I believe in the past we saw a lot of resistance around 500 billion, but once we broke through, it was very easy to go to 6, 7, 8. And then we can see some higher highs. I can see with the market being 500 billion, we'll see a Litecoin around $200, which will be nice. A little bit in this channel here as it continues upwards. But that's what we're looking for at this moment. So there is an article that I wanted to point out to you guys, and it's right here on MarketWatch. It's an article, it doesn't show me who published it, but it says Litecoin founder Charlie Lee has some regrets about dumping his stake in Litecoin. He says 4 months after the founder of Litecoin announced that he had sold his entire stake in the cryptocurrency, he founded Charlie Lee admitted that the move may have been a mistake in recent interviews. In YouTube's interview with Tech's co-founder Julian Haas, Lee said the decision to sell his Litecoin will probably end up being the right one in the long run, but for right now it doesn't feel right. He quoted, "But in the short term, while the price is down below all-time high, it just doesn't feel right in the decision." So not too sure where he's going with that. Maybe for this reason, in the past days, I've sold and donated all my Litecoin. Who knows where he wants to go with that, whether he is waiting... Okay, we don't need that ad playing. Sorry. Maybe he is waiting for the market to go up. Maybe him selling it, he feels like it was too influential and it shouldn't have made the market go down. Maybe he should have held on to it. Could be something like that, but who knows? I just thought that was a nice article to show you guys and an interesting thing about what Charlie Lee had to say and how he regrets that. Looking at Bitcoin right now, doing a very similar pattern right here as well. Hopefully I can switch these lines so we can get a better view and get these white. Turning this white and this white. Zoom out, make sure that's how it should be. Here we go. Alright, so we're now looking at this, and you can clearly see this breakout right here. Just going to fix these quickly. Every time I refresh this, sometimes the lines disappear, so I just wanted to make sure that they were all good right now. So obviously we broke up, and you can see clearly where the resistance is right now. Just like Litecoin 2, if we go onto the daily, we can see the resistance as well. Just going to zoom out so you guys have something to look at. So basically we have broken out, and you can see the resistance we're facing is literally this high-low middle moving average, which was expected, and I told you guys in yesterday and 2 days ago in those videos that that's going to be the biggest resistance area for Litecoin in the short term until we go higher. Same thing with Bitcoin too. So there is some lines of resistance and support that we're also facing right now. You can see one being right here in that like region, I'd say, like kind of right there. That'd be a good one to draw. And then we have the tops right around here, which is another region of like support and resistance for Bitcoin. You can see right over here. Obviously, the major one is going to be right in this zone that cuts right through. You can see all of that. That will be a major resistance level when we get to it. But for right now, you can also see the uptrend we have for Bitcoin. I'm kind of annoyed that the lines went away, but it's whatever. You can see we have one there, and then we have also the upwards channel right here as well. So that's something we want to get back into, guys. Obviously, you can see what the issue is right now, but it does seem like we are trying to break through, and it's very possible we could see a higher coin today. Same thing, the cup and the handle. Hopefully that gives us enough steam, and with the high-low middle moving average moving up, and the fact that we aren't overbought on the RSI, should hopefully pump us up and break us into here. You can clearly see the two resistance levels we're facing right now. We're now facing this uptrend's resistance, getting back into it, as well as the $94, $9,500 region to break into it. So those are going to be the two resistance levels, but hopefully with the high-low middle moving average moving higher, we should get enough support to pop us into that region. So that's what we're looking for right now. Moving on to Ethereum right now. Again, with some resistance here. Definitely playing with the high-low middle moving average. Like that. We're just facing resistance, guys. I mean, we are on an uptrend, which is nice to see on the daily chart and on the 4-hour. But basically, I think we're actually going to be able to break through this, and I think it's going to help influence Bitcoin and Litecoin, basically due to the fact that this uptrend, we have finally consolidated enough to finally reach the other side of this uptrend, and that should hopefully push the currency higher up. Because we are now trading on it, you can see when we traded on this candle next to the line, this uptrend, we popped up off of it. So if not right now, the next candle, we should hopefully start trading higher into the 700 region. So that's very nice to see. Hopefully you guys have bought down here when we were talking about it, that this breakout zone right here is a good zone, the good buy-in zone, and hopefully you guys are making some good money off that. So we'll check it out on the 4-hour too. But you can pretty much see what Litecoin's doing. I mean, Ethereum's doing. We're just trading on this uptrend. Extremely strong, I guess, support level and trend line. You can see how the 4-hour is moving with the crypto. So hopefully that's adding as an extra support level. So if we were to ever break through here, we would just come back down and retest here and hopefully break back up. But for the most part, Ethereum's looking very, very, very strong. The reason we fell from this area is because this was too far away from its trend line. We need to stick a little bit closer. The breakouts are okay, but for the most part, we need to come back to this line and use it as support. Moving on to Populous. Let's check out Populous. This was a very well-wanted crypto to look at, so we'll check this out. Obviously giving me some shit right now, but let's just zoom in. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. This is the daily for Populous. Interesting graph, I sure would say. Doesn't seem to have much to go off of. Obviously, I'm seeing the support level is right here. The high-low middle moving average is finally starting to go in. Clearly a downtrend in momentum. I think a 4-hour may be more beneficial to look at this. Yeah, this is much more helpful. Due to the high-low middle moving average actually being here. So I believe there was a downtrend, you can see, and we did pop right in that region. So you can theoretically draw an uptrend or downtrend, not really that worth it, but something like going up like this, you know, and we came down and popped up off that. issue being is, look guys, look at how it was so sandwiched in between this 4-hour high-low middle moving average. You can see how these lines, these high-low middle moving averages, play such a resistance on the cryptocurrency. You can literally see that we could not break through here for the longest time. And then finally being sandwiched through, we popped out and then broke out again. You can see that. And now we are coming down and using it as support. So it'll be interesting to see how Populous plays out. This is Populous to Bitcoin, mainly because you can see the resistance that this played. Huge resistance. So if that continues, it should hopefully be huge support. So the price should hopefully kind of stick with the crypto, or stick with the high-low middle moving average, and won't break down. That's the goal. Now there are resistance levels it needs to face, and it does need to eventually start an uptrend in the crypto. That's not what I meant to do. We're just going to draw this in really quick. We have one there, and then we have one right in this region. So it's going to probably consolidate for a little bit. Interesting though is that it seems like the red band has crossed over the green band, so we could be in a slightly bearish market, being that we do look good on the RSI, but the fact that they crossed over, we might be in a little bit of a pickle. Also, we aren't trading on it, we're trading under it, so it may be starting to act as resistance because we crossed over. So we may have a few more days or a few more weeks of consolidation with Populous. It'll be interesting to see if we break out. What's also interesting to notice, guys, hopefully you guys notice this, is this downtrend we're having. For the most part, you can see. So we'll see if we're able to break up above that and then trade up higher. But this is a pretty strong downtrend, and what could happen, we'll see if we break above or below it. But it's either going to do exactly this, a descending triangle, break below this resistance level and continue trading down, and then pop up out of here and go higher back at where the support level is. But this will be an interesting zone because it's kind of grasping onto this 4-hour high-low middle moving average. So we'll see, but that's a very good possibility. And hopefully you guys liked the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.